Welcome to Squidbucks. This is KokoBot here. I'm just here going to show you guys my luck tank build. And keep in mind, I finished the design for this build. However, I have not yet achieved all of the skill points that I need to get the full build just yet. But I'm going to go over it with you guys just because I have the design perfected already. By the way, if anyone here can guess the video game that this background music comes from, I will give you a shout out in my next video. So show me that you're a video gamer and guess this soundtrack. I will give you a hint. The game was for the Game Boy Advanced, so that would be a hint for you guys. Anyways, continuing, here we go. We have first my stats. This is my luck tank build. This is KokoBot's luck tank. And my stats obviously will be pure luck. As a tank, you do not need vitality. In fact, later on in the video, I will go over the difference between using luck and vitality for a tank. And you'll probably be convinced that luck is the better option here. Oh yeah, also see that I have 3,597 HP and 1.1k MP about. Now, I have this much HP without using vitality, and I'm going to show you why in just a little bit here. First, I'm going to go over my equipment really briefly. The Brutal Dragon Sword here has not that much attack power, but that's okay, because remember, as a luck tank, your role is to tank, not to DPS. Although there are some DPS tank builds, which are good. This is just focusing on luck. So using pure luck, you're not going to have that much damage output anyways. So you don't necessarily need to, strangle yourself over which weapon to use or which equipment to use. You're just going to try to focus on the equipment that's going to help benefit you to the max for tanking. I picked Brutal Dragon Sword because of the additional 500 cast speed, which I'll talk about a little bit later when I go over the skills. But it also gives you 500 attack speed, which gives you a good, decent amount of attack MP recovery. It doesn't give you any additional attack MP recovery, but it makes your attack MP recovery trigger more often because you're hitting more times. So MP regeneration is pretty decent with the Brutal Dragon Sword. If I did have a Krista to place in the slot for this sword, I would have placed a Ruin Golem Krista. The Ruin Golem Krista is HP plus 200, magic defense plus 5%, and magic resistance plus 1%. So that's pretty defensive for you. Gives you an additional 200 HP, which is really good for a tank, especially with no vitality. Then you have your Relief Shield as your second slot here, which gives you 8 defense, which is okay. Dark resistance plus 5%, which is pretty good when you're fighting things like Demon's Gate, whatever gives, hits you with darkness. Then you have max HP plus 300, which is the main reason why you're using this. There's also a secondary reason why you're using this shield, which I'll talk about when I go over my skills. But it also gives you guard rate plus 9% and plus 30% for the guard power. These are really cool. I really like that, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit. Brutal Dragon Armor, good defense, or decent defense I should say. Max HP plus 300, good for tanks. Attack speed plus 5%, physical resistance plus 1%, which is really good. Critical damage plus 1%, and I also have a Ruin Golem Krista here for now. But if I were to perfect this build, I would be using a Roga Krista here on my armor, which would be HP plus 1000 and weapon attack plus 1%. Now, weapon attack plus 1% is not really that important for your luck tank because it doesn't really help you with tanking. I mean, I guess it does help you with getting more damage, which gives you more aggro, but you're not going to get your aggro from attacking anyways. But for what you want from that is the HP plus 1000. So next we have the mining bag, which is one of the most perfect pieces of equipment to use for a luck tank, and you get this from your emblems. I believe you get it by walking around a certain amount of distance in Torum. So just walk around, take a stroll with your friends, get this mining bag if you want to have a good luck tank here. Now, it's really good actually because it has 20 base defense, which is actually amazing for an additional gear at least. And it's good for your defense. Then on top of that, it gives you drop rate plus 1%. which is excellent for a luck tank for obvious reasons. Um, Now, Ruined Golden Crystal again on this one, so it gives me additional HP here. And finally, I have Magician's Ring for the additional MP so that I can use my skills as much as I'd like to. Now, I'm not worried about the attack and magic attack cut of 25% each because, you know, you're a tank. You don't need your attack power. You're not really going to have that much attack power in the first place. So it gives you the 1000 MP and doesn't really have any negative side effects, so it's pretty good. Now personally though, there's the new event going on with the Gold Totem, and Gold Totem's Krista is drop rate plus 1%. Drop rate plus 1% is perfect for a luck tank, but it only equips to special gear. So what I would personally do is get a Magician's Ring with 2 slots and put 2 Gold Totem Crystals on it, which will make your Magician's Ring give you max MP plus 1000 and drop rate plus 2% technically. So it'd be really good to do that, or you can use the same idea with different special gear. You can kind of fluctuate what you want to use here. You don't have to use Magician's Ring. It's kind of flexible depending on what you like to use. I personally like Magician's Ring because 1000 MP is awesome. So that's my equipment really quickly. Now we're going to go through the skills. Blade skills, I did not distribute any points into the blade skills. I just started with them. Hard hit is pretty good for flinching, which is, you know, pretty good. Survival skills, level 2 skill tree here. Right now I have safe rest at level 5. I am not leveling it anymore. Level 5 is where it wants to be. I have fighter's high at level 1 on purpose as well. Level 1 is the highest you want it to be. You don't need to level it up to level 10. HP boost level 10 because HP is what we're going for a tank. We have definitely the drop rate up level 10 skill. This at level 10 gives you drop rate plus 10%, which is awesome. Short rest level 5 on purpose. Now, my sober analysis is supposed to be at level 10. I just haven't gotten enough skill points to get to it yet. As well as MP boost up here as well. So these 2 skills are going to be level 10 when I finish this build. So I need like 12 more levels or 12 more skill points to go to perfect this build. So probably around the level 64-ish is when you're actually able to perfect this build. So there we go. Support skill tree. You only need support skill tree level 1. I only have it at level 3 right now because I wanted to see the new support skills when the update came out. So I just like leveled up the skill tree just to open it up just so I can see it. Because I already had the support skill tree here in the first place. So I was like, yeah, I'll save some money. So I got mini heal at level 10. Mini heal at level 10 is amazing. For one, its MP cost is 300, which is pretty hefty, but when you have a Magician's Ring, it's okay. You know, you have the MP to use this skill at least one or a few times in the battle. Now, mini heal actually increases how much it heals you based on the caster's max HP. So, because you're a tank that's focusing on max HP a lot, this actually is really good for you because you can heal yourself instead of using Revitas. Sometimes you can just use mini heal and save yourself some Revitas. So this skill increases its power depending on your max HP, which is perfect for you. And the good thing about it is that using a Brutal Dragon Sword with a cast speed plus 500, you can actually quickly cast mini heal. Because I know one of its drawbacks is normally that it casts kind of slower, but Brutal Dragon Sword fixes that right up and it heals much quicker. Alright, so we'll continue. Going to the shield skills, level 3 shield skills. We have shield mastery only at level 5. You don't need it to be really much higher than that. I guess if you master the rest of the skills on this tree, maybe you can level this up to 5 or to 10. But attack speed with a shield is like, you don't really need that as a luck tank. Force shield at level 10, defense is added when you equip a shield, and magical shield level 10, increased magic defense when you equip a shield. Now, this is really good when you equip a shield because my relief shield not only gives me 300 HP, but also increases my defense and magic defense while I'm holding it because of these 2 passive skills. An additional side note about these 2 skills, however, is that both Force Shield and Magical Shield actually give 500 HP each. So that's 1,000 total HP from this skill tree here, just from those two skills, as well as the stacked up defense, which is pretty good. And then my knight skills, of course, level 10 provoked. You don't need to go into Rage Sword or any of the other skills here. Just provoke level 10 is sufficient. 200 MP cost, perfect at level 10. You can spam it because you have 1100 MP. So really the only two skills I use are provoke and mini heal during the battle, which usually I just use provoke. Maybe sometimes I'll use hard hit if I want to like flinch the monster for one time or so. But yeah, that's the skill build here. So we're gonna go back to explaining the difference between using luck and using vitality for getting your tank to be good. So first I'm gonna notice that vitality doesn't make much of a difference, because once you reach a certain amount of HP, you know, you can pretty much tank anything, especially if you have mini heal to heal yourself. You know, you don't really need, 8,000 health like some tanks have. Some tanks do have 8,000 health, or about 8k health, which is pretty good. And the more health the merrier, obviously. However, once you get to a certain point, it's kind of like, you're just stacking up on top of a good thing, which is pretty good. Nothing wrong with it. It's just, if you can be doing something different and getting the same results, why not? So here we go. Luck gives you better drop rates already. We already know that. But what other things does luck do? Well, credit to Megami, because Megami actually posted threads about the luck stat and taught a lot of people a lot of good things about luck. So luck actually lets aggro skills work better, and the aggro actually lasts longer. So it's like more accurate aggro skills, and it just kind of like makes them more efficient. Plus, that's skills like provoke, by the way. Plus, you have the guard rate and the evasion rate increases because of luck as well. So that guard rate from the shield that we get is actually going to be really good, because you're going to be guarding a lot of times, and the evasion is going to increase as well because of luck. Then on top of that, if you did want to flinch a monster, the reason why I'm really good at flinching, even though hard hit is level 1 and I have like no attack power, is because of luck. Luck also gives a bonus to when status effects are going to affect the monster. So other things that luck can do are just really good at getting drop rates, which is what it's for in the first place. So if you can have all of this instead of vitality, I would do it, because you can still have enough health to tank anything in the game anyways, and then get all these extra bonuses. So that is what the difference is between those two things. So hopefully you guys will start using a luck tank build. This is my most valued character build, and I personally believe that this is actually the best character build that anyone could actually have as far as boss farming for rare items goes, because one, you automatically get the tank role in every boss fight, because you're not going to invite 2 tanks to a party. So one, you've already established yourself as one of the roles in the end of the fight, which gives you more drops. And on top of that, having higher luck, there's just a lot of benefits of being a luck tank. And you're not competing for a role in the battle. But that's all I have to say for now. I'm going to be posting a link in the description, actually 2 links in the description. One to my guide, which is a Google Drive spreadsheet, and the other one to a forum thread that I have posted specifically about my luck tank. And you guys can view the details of my luck tank there. In my guide, in the spreadsheet, you're going to look in the build/skill tree tab, and it'll be the first one there. So that's all I have to say for now. Thanks for watching. I'm signing out. Bye.